The installation of a special camera right on the peak of Sugarloaf Mountain itself enabled live graphics to pinpoint boats directly onto live images on site at the sailing venue. The fabulous images of Olympic sport mean very little if there is no accompanying sound. Conveying the atmosphere of the crowd, but also the sound of the sport and its athletes, is as integral to the broadcast experience as the pictures themselves. Award-winning audio specialists from OBS work closely with both the international federations and with the venue designers themselves to ensure that microphone placement will capture the key sounds from every sport in the highest possible quality.
Gymnastics is very, very challenging on the audio coverage. Have a lot of details, but we cannot have any impact on the athlete's performance. So we have a very, very near work with the federations to get positions of the microphones as near as possible from the apparatus, but without any impact on the athlete performance. Here in live on the venue, don't have access to our special sounds that we can get from the athlete when he's performing on the apparatus. So we try to transmit that for the broadcast. It's exclusive for broadcast.
By ensuring the venue presentation does not drown out the integral sounds of each sport, OBS allows us to experience the movement of feet, the bounce of the ball, the swipe of the racket, and the swish of the net. Such sound effects take the viewer from their home into the venue itself. Hearing the appreciation of the crowd carries them into the same emotions, the same feelings as they witness some of the best sporting performances ever seen. One of the new initiatives for the Rio Games saw microphones placed along the Lagoa rowing course inside the lane buoys. A serene sport when viewed from afar, but the energy it takes becomes clear when we take the viewer up close, both in sound and vision. As well as delivering the spectacular pictures showcasing the games of the 31st Olympiad, OBS also provides vital games time support and information for rights-holding broadcasters. The information department acts as a conduit between the organising committee and the broadcasters, providing a range of broadcast and games-related information.
For the information department, it is important that the information we provide to the broadcasters is done quickly, accurately, and succinctly. This is even more critical at games time. At games time, we communicate via OBS alerts and OBS alert flashes. They contain anything ranging from media transport details to venue and IBC access information, information about changes to the transmission schedule, also competition schedule details. It's a wide variety of details that has to be communicated quickly, effectively, and succinctly.
Daily briefings allowed rights-holding broadcasters to interact directly with both OBS and the Rio Organising Committee.
And our efforts, the efforts of OBS, have been focused a lot into, on one hand, maintaining a very high level of quality.
Again, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to Rio.
OBS ensured all IBC-based broadcasters were delivered their dedicated space, as well as any additional access devices or bookable facilities, including stand-up platforms, commentary positions, and allocated space in the mix zone for post-event interviews.
Having OBS as a permanent entity that constantly thinks about the future and how to do things in new ways, I think helps a lot in the introduction of innovations. And also it has become a reliable point of reference for the rights-holding broadcasters, which is equally important.
Each broadcaster has a unique need in order to customize and tailor the product to be delivered to their markets, because they want to emphasize on their athletes, on their fans, on whatever is important for their country to understand of what's going on during the Olympics. So we help them by providing them all the facilities at the venues or at the IBC in order to accomplish that, either by giving them spaces, camera positions, commentary audios, multiple services that make them perform their work in a very good way and an efficient manner.
In all, 105 rights-holding broadcasters had offices within the IBC. Some of them included studios within that space, others enjoyed studio facilities in the 2 purpose-built TV towers in the Olympic Park and on Copacabana Beach.
Whichever language you use, he is fast.
その辺はやはりさすがマレーという感じでしたが、まあでもまだメダルマッチ、3位決定戦に回る。
Every venue had dedicated teams from both OBS and the organising committee. OBS staff managed the broadcast section of the athletes' mix zone, which offered the chance for broadcasters to relay the after-event emotions to the worldwide audience, drawing them into the meaning of competing at an Olympic Games.
It's the first time that Kosovo is part of the Olympics, and for the first time I take gold. That's huge.
The Olympics should be for everybody, and we wanted to find ways